Hello, Sagittarians. This is Barb at Mystic Door Tarot, and thank you so much for joining me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Now, this is going to be your weekly intuitive tarot reading for July 4th through the 10th, 2022. And Sagittarius, these are general readings, not one-on-one readings. So as always, just take what resonates. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button and help support my channel. So now let's take a look at the cards and energy that you received for the week ahead. And I'm using the Wizard's Tarot deck by Barbara Moore. First up, Major Arcana card, the Hanged Man. Next, the Ten of Wands. The Four of Wands, the Three of Swords. Your crystal for the week is amber. Starseed message, perspective, and your oracle card message, the World. Okay. Sagittarius, expansion is the word that my guides are giving me. There's an energy here where you need to look at things differently, like the bigger picture from a different perspective. There's something that could be happening this week that is not turning out in the way that you expected, causing you to maybe change your viewpoint, your perspective on things. So that's the immediate energy that I'm picking up. So let's take a look at your cards. And you're starting off your reading with the Major Arcana card, the Hanged Man. One of my favorite cards in the tarot deck, is it's really what a tarot reading is all about, to make you look at something in a different way, a different perspective, and that can change how you go about dealing with something or experiencing something. And it's gaining knowledge by looking at things from a different perspective. And that's what the Hangman card is. So there's an indication here this week, Sagittarius, that there's something that you need to kind of switch gears on, look at it in a different way. Maybe not necessarily as this fellow is, but certainly this could be in regards to relationships, your job, the work environment. It could be something in regards to your family, maybe somebody's viewpoint, opinion. What I'm really picking up on is your bookend cards have the same numerology. You have 12 with the Hangman, which reduces to 3, and you have the Three of Swords, and that 3 energy. So there is something that you were expecting to come together, and either it didn't come together, it didn't come to fruition at all, or it didn't turn out the way that you thought it was going to. And this is why you need to kind of change your perspective. So expansion is the key word here. You need to expand your viewpoint, your goals, your dreams. You need to have to think bigger. The energy here with the Hanged Man is one of letting go. And in this case, Sagittarius, what I'm picking up, letting go in the way that you're thinking about something. This could be the job, maybe something in the workplace. This could be something that's going on within the family or a relationship. Possibly a project or a business that you're involved with, and maybe it's not going according to your plan. So this is about sacrifice, letting go, kind of stepping back and just assessing the entire situation. And on top of that, looking at it from a different angle. Now, an example of this would be like if you're a writer and you're trying to write your book, your novel, your story, and you have what is called writer's block. You have to change up the energy and kind of walk away from what you're working on and breaking up that energy, change it up. And then later you can return to see if the words will come out on the page. Now, the other thing with the Hangman card, this could be something that makes you uncomfortable. Maybe having to look at something in a different way. But it is the number 12 energy, which reduces to 3. So it's in regards to something that possibly you were trying to get it to come together. And again, maybe it did, but not exactly in the way that you had hoped or wanted. Next, you do have the 10 of Wands. And I really like how the wands are portrayed in this deck. Actually, all of these different colors is part of the heavy low of what you've really been dealing with. 10 of Wands energy here is having too much on your plate. So you could have a lot of responsibilities or obligations. You could be burning the candle at both ends. You're spreading yourself too thin. There's a number of ways that you can explain having so much to do. A lot of responsibilities, burdens, obligations. And this could be in regards to home, family, your job, your career, the workplace, relationships, friendships. Certainly can represent what your card here is all about. As I'm picking up for some Sagittarians, this could be that maybe you took on too much. Maybe someone asked you to take on a project, an event. It could be something as simple as doing something at your child's school. It could be an event, a festival. Just one more extension here of the antlers that's shown here on the 10 of Wands. And it could be that you are stretched so thin that you couldn't give it 100%. So this is where I'm picking up the result is the 3 of Swords. Disappointment, unhappy with how things worked out. But the one nice thing about the 10 of Wands is the numerology. It's nearly over, or it could have just ended, or it's ending this week. And this could also actually involve a deadline as well. And it could also be that you're like delegating, splitting up some of the responsibilities, especially if it's in the work environment. Delegating out the work and splitting it up equally to meet the deadline. But definitely closure here with the 10 of Wands. Now, I do feel your 3 of Swords here is something that you were working on that was coming together. You've got this 3 numerology here where things were coming together for a cause, a purpose, creating something new, and there's some disappointment. And I keep picking up an energy, Sagittarius, that it didn't work out the way that you intended or wanted. Something of that nature. So that's where the disappointment comes in. Could also be something you're still in the middle of that is not specifically completed yet. It's wrapping up this week, which brings me to your last tarot card here, the 4 of Wands. Now, I do feel some kind of gathering, like an event, a celebration. So wow, this could really actually be in regards to so many different things. Few examples would be maybe you're involved with possibly a wedding or an anniversary, some kind of party, and maybe you were part of the planning for it, or maybe you're in the wedding, and maybe something didn't arrive or simply just didn't turn out the way that you wanted. So your disappointment with the 3 of Swords is connected to the 4 of Wands energy here. And although there is very positive energy with the 4 of Wands, that's in regards to what's being celebrated. But somehow your involvement in it, Sagittarius, is like not working out the way that you wanted it to. So it could be any kind of a gathering, an event, networking. It could be something through your work. It could, again, be some kind of an event, maybe something at your child's school that you're involved with. And there's something that's not going as planned. That's about the best way I can explain this energy. Now, it's not a huge thing because the Three of Swords is a minor arcana card, so it's not something that's going to last long, but you're not happy. And the Ten of Wands energy here, it's wrapping up very shortly, if not concluded already. But this Four of Wands energy is some kind of celebration or gathering event, something of that nature where there is a celebration going on, but this four numerology represents like an energy that doesn't want to budge. It's very stagnant energy, and that could certainly be in how you're wanting something to turn out or not seeing it from a different point of view, which is what your entire reading is all about, to think bigger, broader, expand how you look at things, especially ideas and your viewpoint. Which brings us here now to the Oracle cards. And first, I really want to talk about your Starseed message and its perspective here. If we could get this to zoom in. There we go. Perspective. And it's actually saying here, Sagittarius, none of this matters. Zoom out. Kind of indicating how small we are. I mean, look at that. So it is an indication here. The message is to take a step back and look at the bigger picture in regards to what your cards are referencing this week. Definitely a card indicating to change your perspective and shift your point of view and zoom out, way out. This card is showing that we're like just a speck of dust in the universe. So definitely a card saying a new perspective is urgently needed, Sagittarius. This is about compromise, finding common ground, and this can certainly be in regards to whatever you're involved with this week. Now, your Oracle message is the World. Ties into what your cards here are talking about. This is opening up. And we see this individual here looking out over the bay, seeing the earth rotating. It's a reminder, Sagittarius, to expand your vision and explore some broader options. This is an indication that the world is so wide, there's a lot out there that you should be considering. And this is actually in regards to creating or expanding maybe into a more global network, like through the internet or social marketing. There is unlimited resources available to you, Sagittarius. And now's the time to think big, really big. And the phrase, the world is your oyster, is coming through. So I'm just picking up on this four energy that maybe you haven't changed the way you look at things or do things for a long, long time. And both these cards are saying you need to freshen up your outlook, your perspective, especially in regards to whatever you're working on or involved with this week, especially whether it's in the workplace or something within the family, your kids' school, whatever you're involved with. Be open to new ideas, new ways of doing things. And again, there's unlimited resources available to you, Sagittarius. So expand your horizons. Now, your crystal for the week is amber. This is a crystal that's going to help you to just calm down, get grounded, centered, and balanced. It's an indication here to give it to God, give it up to Spirit, the universe. Just take a deep breath and exhale and release the entire situation, all that energy, that pent-up energy, anxiety. Just release it to the universe. The Amber Crystal card is an indication that there could be an issue that's weighing you down, and the burden could certainly be lifted. And this is definitely affiliated with everything that's tied to your Ten of Wands. A lot of responsibilities, obligations, and to share some of the task. Delegate. But this crystal is primarily telling you to actually give it up to the universe, just send it out there, ask for help, for guidance, and physically around you, ask individuals for their help. Now, the amber crystal energy can really brighten up your mood this week. It fills your senses with this divine light, helps you to connect with and heal, like anything that might not be going your way this week, Sagittarius. Well, there you have it, Sagittarius. That was your messages and guidance from Spirit from the cards that you received this week. I do hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please be sure to subscribe, help support my channel. And if you'd like to continue with a private tarot card reading one-on-one, my website link is listed below in the description box. Love and abundance to my Sagittarian family.